Have you ever wondered why there are certain people who constantly keep beating their expectations? Take, for example, sportsmen, let's say Sachin Tendulkar. We have seen him beat his records time and again, and he has done it consistently over years. Have you ever wondered if there is any reason for it? Or is there any psychological phenomenon behind it? That's exactly what we're going to discuss in today's topic. So today, let me talk about the Pygmalion Effect. So without any further ado, let's get into the topic. Hey everyone, this is Kapil Reddy, founder and CEO of Superly. Today the topic we're going to discuss is called Pygmalion Effect. So let's explain what exactly Pygmalion Effect is. Pygmalion is a psychological phenomenon in which exceeded expectations lead to high performance. That's just the one-liner of it. And now we'll just understand in your day-to-day life, how can you actually make use of the Pygmalion Effect. Before we get into the other things, let us understand when this was born or who probably found this psychological phenomenon. The original study was conducted by social psychologists Robert and Lenore in 1958 at Californian School. The findings from the study proved that the expectations of a leader will directly impact the performance of the person they're leading with. That's how Pygmalion Effect came into practice. So now let us understand in your day-to-day life, how exactly can you use Pygmalion Effect to ensure maximum performance. Now, first thing, let us understand how it can be used when it comes to productivity. For example, let's say you wake up early for one day, let's say 5 o'clock, and you see that your entire day has been productive, or you were able to take charge of the day. That's when you have this high expectation that, okay, maybe because I woke up early, my day went on pretty well. So you will actually make it a habit because you've already seen the effect. And now you have high expectations that when you wake up early, your entire day will look much more impactful. That's exactly how you can actually experience Pygmalion Effect in your day-to-day life by waking up early, or that's just one example. Like that, you can just see which example suits you personally. Second area where we can understand it is when it comes to exams. Yes, we've all given exams, right? But let us take an example where if, let's say, you're preparing for an MBA exam, let's say GMAT or GRE or TOEFL or CAT or whatever it can be. What we do is we start giving mock tests, and as you see your scores gradually improving, that's when you will be a lot more confident, you'll be a lot more excited to give more mock tests because there is a gradual increase in the score. And now this, let's say for example, you scored 650 in the first test, but then in the second test you scored 670, and in the third test you scored 700. After a point you will be like, okay, now since I've already achieved 700 score, let me try and get more score. So that's how, because the expectations are set high, your performance will 100% increase. So this is how you can actually try and ace your exams. Try it out next time. I'm pretty sure you'll easily understand the difference. Third and most important thing is when it comes to leadership, especially if you're leading teams or doing something, wherever, let's say if somebody is looking up to you, for you to lead them. That's when what you got to do is just appreciate them for all the best work they've been putting through, because that appreciation will give a positive impact on the employee, or it can be anybody you're leading. And after that, they'll start probably exceeding their own expectations because they have this expectation set by you and they want to overcome those expectations or they want to exceed those expectations. This is how you can actually help your team to excel their performance. Let's take Superly as an example. So whenever we have somebody work exceptionally well, I make it a point to genuinely appreciate their effort, and I do it publicly in front of the entire team. That gives a positive vibe to the employee and they'll be more happy to do a lot more impactful work. I think this is something every company will 100% have it, and you can experience it yourself. Whenever you're working in a company or whenever you're part of a group, always make sure the leadership is appreciating your efforts, because that can give a lot more positive impact and can boost your confidence. So you got to do it, and you will see a significant improvement in the overall team productivity. This is how you can actually use Pygmalion Effect when it comes to leadership. Fourth area where we can understand the Pygmalion Effect is when it comes to learning. As I told, we are all lifelong learners. Whatever you've learned is already extinct, or it's getting extinct. It's of no use for you if you keep learning the same stuff or if you rely on your existing skills. And that's why you will see a lot of people promoting upskilling, or they just keep telling like you have to learn every day. And that's what in fact Superly promotes, right? We strongly believe as a company that we are all lifelong learners. Everyday learning can have a compounding effect in your peak performance. So now when it comes to how Pygmalion Effect can be used in your daily learning, what happens is, let's say as humans, once we learn something and we use it elsewhere, we can see a significant difference. We are like more happy that, okay, we've learned something new today and we're trying to use it somewhere. So that gives that positive vibe. Because of it, you want to start learning more. For example, let's say you've taken an online course, and that course has actually helped you crack an exam or crack an interview. You will be much more happier, you'll have much more confidence, because of which you'll start probably doing more courses or you'll start learning. In fact, that's what we strongly emphasize. Set aside some time so that you can actually learn every single day, and you can see a significant difference. Let's say if you're self-learning by yourself, there is no one to appreciate. But your own self can actually appreciate you, where you can see that, okay, because I've done this, I think I'm able to do this. You can experience that for yourself. And of course, goes without saying that Zooperly exactly helps you bring that structure to your everyday learning. If you're wondering how, just sign up, as we are now in an open beta. And do let us know how it has impacted you, how you have benefited out of this everyday learning. Fifth area where we can check about Pygmalion Effect is efficiency. We all had faced this situation, right, where in a classroom, teacher asks you to answer a question. Most of us dread, but at least sometimes we would have given the correct answer. Once you have given the correct answer, there is a lot more confidence in you. So next time, I think you will probably start raising your hand that, okay, I want to answer this question. So that is how it can bring a positive impact or a positive effect when it comes to your classroom or wherever it can be. Or similarly, let's say when a question was asked and you gave a right answer, next time that will actually set the expectations for you that you want to only give right answers. So you will come more prepared for it. This is how, without even realizing, Pygmalion Effect comes into play. That is something you can easily experience once you start doing these things. Sixth and the most important thing is the workplace. So we all keep telling, right? It's like any company, take any company, it cannot be built by one person. Team comes into effect. And how can you get a good team? How can you motivate a good team? It all happens by creating a positive workplace. So for example, let's say all of a sudden somebody is probably planning to leave the place. If you strongly believe that person has contributed a lot and you don't want to leave them, make sure just talk with them. Don't just let them leave. Talk to them. Make them remember all the positive things that have happened or all the top contributions they've done, because that will induce some sense of happiness in them and they might change their decision. So this is just one example. Like that, let's say if somebody has not met the expectation, don't just demotivate them. Instead, set the expectations. Make them remember all the good things that they've done and the kind of impact they've created. Because once you start inducing this sort of positive behavior, everybody starts performing up to their expectations or probably exceed the expectations. So that is how Pygmalion Effect can be used very effectively when it comes to the workplace. So yeah, I hope you understood how exactly Pygmalion Effect can be used or can be experienced on a daily basis. So try doing it next time. If you are not already doing it, you can see a significant improvement in your performance and the overall outcomes. So that's it for today. And goes without saying, we have started our Discord server for our community. So please join the Discord community server. Link is in the description. And as usual, please do like, subscribe, share and comment on this video, because as I told, we are trying to spread more awareness around topics which are not widely popular but can be very effective. So we need your support in helping spread the word. So please do it, and I hope you all have a good weekend and a great week ahead. So see you all next time. Bye-bye. Signing off.